All right, recording has started. What's up, folks? We are here early in the AM on a random Tuesday because a brand new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer dropped. I've got Andre with me here, from the Heroes World podcast in the shop, and a very good friend of ours, Jonathan Yo. You've seen him in a lot of our content and around the shop as well. So thank you for joining me, guys. So Ghostbusters originally was supposed to come out July 2020. So we're gonna finally see it come out in November. I'm going to read the description for this one, and I'm going to ask you guys a little bit about your Ghostbusters history from the director, Jason Reitman, and producer, Ivan Reitman. So Jason Reitman is the son of Ivan Reitman, obviously. Comes the next chapter of the original Ghostbusters universe. In Ghostbusters Afterlife, when a single mom and her two kids arrive in a small town, they begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. So a lot of the original cast, if not, I think all the main original cast is returning for this movie. Ivan Reitman, of course, directed Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and this is considered a sequel to those first two movies. So, Andre, did you grow I grew up with the original Ghostbusters movie, very fond memories of that one. Ghostbusters 2, I had a lot of fun, especially that Bobby Brown track for the theme song. What are your thoughts on Ghostbusters as a franchise, Andre? It's huge. We carry a lot of their merchandise. It's been around forever. It's one of the staples, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's definitely something that I grew up with. I can remember going way back, seeing the movie in the theater, the Ghostbusters 1, the original, and funny stories. I guess somebody pulled the fire alarm way back then, and we had to leave the theater. And this was probably 2/3 in, but it was good because we all got popcorn and got to go back in and watch it. So that was a cool memory from Ghostbusters 1. But I've loved Ghostbusters and just enjoyed the content, the cartoon. Man, that old cartoon was just so solid, and it's just a funny, smart cartoon or just franchise in general. Sigourney Weaver was probably my favorite from Ghostbusters 1, like that. Yeah, like, and even enjoying it as a kid and rewatching it now, it's one of those few franchises that does hold up. I think it really does.
Mm-hmm.
It crosses generations. Like, kids will find something to love in it, like the Slimer and the funny ghosts, but then adults will connect to it too. So this, you just read the description, John. It sounds great. It sounds like they are going to try and do that again. They're going to meld the old with the new, bring in a fresh audience to see what Ghostbusters is all about. And unfortunately, I don't know if the last movie was able to do that. But let's cross our fingers and cross our proton streams and see if
don't
we don't want to do that.
Yeah. So the last one, Andre speaks of the third movie, which was a reboot. Wasn't super well received. Some people did like it, some people didn't, but they didn't have the advantage of having that original cast back. So this is one of those cases where they were able to write in basically what happened in real life. They're probably older, retired. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll see in this trailer. Jonathan, how's your history with Ghostbusters?
So I think my first kind of pass through Ghostbusters was through the cartoon, actually. And then so I after that we kind of went back, managed to catch the Ghostbusters movies, probably on whatever was CBS or PBS or something like that. They were all over the TV every now and then, right? So I caught those, and they were really good. They were amazing. And then I think we went, and there was a Ghostbusters ride at MGM Studios. Like long time ago, right? And that was one of our first trips out to whatever MGM Studios and Disney World and all that, and that was one of the highlights. So I've always loved Ghostbusters. I've always enjoyed it, and like Andre said, it stands up today. Like, you go back and the Ghostbusters 1 movie, Ghostbusters second movie, they'll just pop up on TV now and then, and you'll just sit there and watch and be like, this is amazing, man. Like, the soundtrack is awesome, it's fun, it's enjoyable. It's got everything, and there's very few properties that, like you said, transcend that time period from what was good then to watching it now and being like, wow, this is still good. So you can't complain. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, the cast and just the synergy of the characters in it was just so smart, and they were like, I want to say they were diverse then, and just the humor of the scenarios and the situation,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm an old school guy. It's just like, you had kind of like that fun of of like the Scooby-Doo stuff, and Slimer was kind of like that Scooby-Doo. So they were really able to hit the right comedic notes, but also with these seriously scary at time ghosts. So again, such a cool property. So
and the humor also has aged well. Like there's some movies where like you watch it now, you're like, ooh, I don't know if that passes anymore, right? But you watch this and the humor,
it's nostalgia. Yeah, it's nostalgia humor. You're like, oh, it's funny because I remember that, but it's actually genuinely funny. So yeah. So, anyways, let's get up to the trailer and we'll talk a little bit about it after. So, Ghostbusters Afterlife, we're going to see if it's going to kind of live up to our expectations, which might be a little high at this particular moment, but I think we'll keep an open mind and hopefully this will look like fun. So, this is the second trailer, full trailer that they've released. They've released a couple little teasers and the Stay Puft Marshmallow like skits and stuff like that. So, let's go with Ghostbusters Afterlife. Let's trailer reaction. Thank you everybody for joining us. Let's rock.
You're a great mom.
I don't know. I'm fine with Trevor, but with Phoebe, she really keeps me on the outside.
That's normal. She's an awkward, nerdy kid.
Maybe a new home can be an opportunity to start fresh. I just wish she'd get into some trouble.
There's still time.
Oh.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
We're completely broke. And our grandfather left us this creepy old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere.
Your father wasn't much of a homemaker. He could hardly keep the power on.
Oh. You're saying he left us nothing?
Well, I wouldn't say nothing.
You went with the station wagon?
It's the only one that had an engine.
Cool. Ecto 1.
Yeah.
What is happening here?
Somehow, the town with no fault lines is shaking on a daily basis.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it's the apocalypse. Egon came out here for a reason.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Have you or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
Oh no!
Oh my god. You guys hear that?
Something's coming.
The whole city. It's like The Walking Dead.
Oh.
Oh, the hound.
Ghostbusters, we're ready to believe you.
Oh.
We're closed.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, like I think that was pretty cool. We got to see one of the original cast. I think it's Ann Potts who plays Janine, the secretary.
Yep.
I think the person answering the phone sounded like Dan Aykroyd. I'm not.
I think it is. Yeah.
They mentioned Egon, Uncle Egon, or Grandpa Egon, Uncle Egon.
It looks like they went straight into the prop vault. A lot of those props looked exactly like they did back in the day. So for me, I'm pretty hyped. That looked pretty good. It looked like they were paying good tribute to the original and forging something new. It looks like it's going to be something fun for the whole family. But Andre, how are you feeling about that trailer?
Oh, you know what? That's a trailer to get you motivated and excited about. It had all the right cues. There was just enough of the special effects, and they teased a little bit of the plot. What are you doing here? Oh, we're broke, and you're coming here, and then like our grandfather left us this or whatever. Like that's cool. That's a connection, and it's not forced, you know. And oh man, seeing all those little Stay Puft Marshmallow, that was awesome. Again, it's got that fun. Maybe it's not going to have the exact same humor that we saw in the first Ghostbusters movie, but that's how old. But this, so far, I really liked what I saw. This has got this movie on my radar now for sure.
Yeah. Even the music, I think the music hit right on. They could have went with something modern, but they kind of did traditional movie score, which I think really hit. Jonathan, how you feeling after Ghostbusters?
Completely the same thing. Like the trailer to me had that same style from the movies, right? Just in terms of like sound, the light bits of humor, the the scariness of certain parts, the kind of like mysterious, like what's going on, this earthquake that's happening, there's no fault lines. And then even like the tie-in was like, hey, Egon came here for a reason.
Yes.
Right? So like, why is he here? Why did he all of a sudden leave and go there? And like I said, yeah, the humor, just everything felt so similar to the other movie while pushing things forward. So yeah, I'm completely in. And that little ghost trap on that RC car.
Yes.
Oh man, that is going to be a prop that's going to sell like hotcakes.
They're going to make a toy.
If they don't make it, they're stupid, and somebody's going to customize that and sell that like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. I like seeing that. I like seeing Ecto 1 back in action. One of the definitive, I guess, cars of I wouldn't even just say cars. The 80s, or just pop culture. One of the biggest.
It's got the upgrade, right? Like that like side seat popping out Jurassic Park style.
It definitely looked like they had like a little chair for it to come out and zap people with, and then they had like everything dropped out of the back. It looked like it was it looked like it was slammed down a little bit too, so a little bit like up, like a little bit up styled for it. So I think overall we're all looking pretty forward to it. So as long as they deliver on what this trailer is kind of selling us, and I'm looking forward to seeing the original cast. Even just hearing Dan Aykroyd's, pretty sure it's his voice at the end, telling them they're closed. Like I thought that was pretty cool, and of course they're gonna hold that tease, and I wonder if it's gonna remain unspoiled till the movie comes out. So I hope, whoever's doing the trailers, hopefully you guys hold that back and leave us something to be surprised in theaters. So Ghostbusters Afterlife looks like it's coming out November 11th, 2021. So Thanksgiving, I guess in the U.S. Weekend. So looking forward to that. Thank you everybody for tuning in. New episodes of the Heroes World podcast every Sunday. The Sidekick Show airs every Monday, and that's a live show at 8 p.m. And later on today, you'll actually see Andre online, as long as all shipping things go according to plan, with the latest drops at what's coming new to our store. We run Heroes World in Markham, Ontario, but also other stores near you will be getting very similar items to us. So definitely check that out. And Jonathan, I think you have a Instagram channel people can follow you doing some cool toy
project stuff. Yep, just some custom toy stuff. Projects by John Yo on Instagram, so you can check it out. Probably dropping some cool new stuff that I just finished up pretty soon.
Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, I'll put that link in the description. Thank you everyone for joining us. Let us know what you think of this new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. Give us some of your memories of Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Maybe you saw it in theaters like Andre, which was awesome. Maybe you caught it on TV like Jonathan. And I think I probably rented it on video. Or maybe you've just discovered it now because you heard about Ghostbusters Afterlife and you're like, what is this? And you're going back and watching Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Like, how crazy is that to think of? So thank you everybody for tuning in.
If you're watching it now, like hey, I recommend the first and second one 100%.
Yeah. All right. And quickly, I think I've asked the other guys this before, but the original Ghostbusters theme or Bobby Brown's On Our Own New Jack Swing. Andre, what would you choose? Do you go with the original song or?
Man, they're both so good, but it's got to be the first one because it's got the beat and it's got. I don't want to do it and embarrass myself, but yeah, man, you can hear it. It's just it's classic amazingness. But the second one is hotness, man. You're hurting me, John. But I'm going to say the first one.
It's one of those impossible choices. We always get that in the comments. Jonathan, do you have a favorite of the two, or you just have to
go with the first one as well?
Yeah, first one.
Nostalgia is a little bit better for the first one than the second one.
Yeah, no, I just love that New Jack Swing, Bobby Brown. So I got to go with that one, and I definitely got to dig up my cassette one day. So thank you everybody for joining us. Get at us in the comments. Thank you for joining us.